So this is the Lincoln. It's still a similar design to what we have been doing in the past. There's no real changes to it. A couple of updates on the screen, similar to what we've done on the 10-inch screen
with the Blodgett.
With the Blodgett. This is just hanging on there for it's in
safety
in the service position at the moment, so that it's held in place when we need to work on it.
Yep.
And around this side, actually, one of the later things is putting longer plugs on it now, so everything's plug-inable.
Yep. So what have you done here? You've replaced basically everything.
Yeah, well, as you know, in the original Lincoln ovens, they have a big transformer sitting in here, big 115 volt transformer, and the only reason they have that is to drive the conveyor motors and the 115 volt combustion blower. Obviously that's kind of defunct in our country. We don't really need 115, so we've taken that out. The conveyor system now is run through a smaller power supply unit here.
So it's got a new conveyor motor in there?
Yeah, the new conveyor motor down there. It's all digital. The conveyor motor driver is just down in the corner here,
right,
which is driven by the controller, and the controller is via the touchscreen numbers. So you dial in your numbers that correspond to the speed. This sends a frequency out to the stepper controller, and the motor,
off we go.
Off you go. This power supply also drives a 24 volt cooling fan.
Yep.
Went with a 24 volt cooling fan because it has a higher CFM than a 240 volt one.
Cubic feet per minute of air that it will pull out.
Yep. And again, it's got a filter on it as well, so it keeps all this nice and clean. This will actually have a...
So it's got a filter there, right, yep.
Yeah, this box has a cover on it, so it's all protected anyway.
Yep.
Has a temperature sensor on the end, so that if it does get too hot
in the box,
it will
alert
trigger an alert on the screen. But yeah, this system's fairly basic. I've got a new main high flame valve on there, which is a lot more reliable than the...
You're retaining the other valve because of
because of the AGA approvals. All that will stay the same. The coils are actually off the front of that at the minute. But
getting them serviced.
Yeah, I actually had the older coils on it, which throw them in the bin and put new ones on.
Okay, and that's just basically for the AGA approval?
To keep it the same. So the ignition module is the same replacement. Burner's obviously the same. So the only thing we're really doing is adding a controller onto it. So we're updating
all the wiring, all the issues that basically you have with conveyors.
New air pressure switches.
Yeah.
The blower motor has got a interlock relay, which adds to the safety.
Yep.
So the interlock relay has to see that in the off position before it starts. If that's running for whatever reason, then that will lock out and you won't be able to use it. So
what are we doing with the main fan blower motor? I gather all the all the probes are going to be replaced to new?
Yep, the probes are actually down here. If you can see it there, we've got a plug there.
Yep.
So that gets plugged in and can be replaced. But yeah, there is a probe you'll see sticking out. It's a little bit hard because the forklift is not working, but the probe is...
sits
in there. I think that's the high limit. The probe is down behind there.
And what are you doing with the motors? You rewind all the motors? Yeah,
so this is the motor in progress at the moment.
Right.
This is the rear panel. So that's all being
redone,
stripped down, cleaned down. The vent there is taped off, but on this side
it'll be welded off.
It's got a plate over it.
I know.
So that seals off the wasted heat coming out of there.
Right.
And again, that's an AGA thing that has been approved 20 plus years ago, where they don't have vents anymore.
No.
So that's been solved. So yeah, that's where the motor's going to go.
Okay, so it's all pretty straightforward.
Yeah. So
windows will be stock standard, or we'll get new windows depending on the condition?
Exactly, yeah. My preference is a stainless steel panel over the window so that they don't break. technically after several weeks you can't see through them anyway, so stainless steel makes it lighter, and it doesn't smash the glass and create issues down the track. So yeah, so at the front here was stop switch, an indicator to say the stop switch is pressed, just in case it gets accidentally pressed.
Yep.
And the motor has a circuit breaker. The fan motor at the back has a circuit breaker.
I'm going to marry this up with the other training videos that you did for the guys up in.
Yep. This in here is a main circuit breaker. So this is the power for shuts everything off if there's a fault. Yep. These are actually new. I've got a digital purge timer now. The other ones were just a countdown with an LED flashing. This one you can actually see it counting down.
Yep.
So basically that is when you turn the fan on or the blower on, that counts down 30 seconds as a sweep timer, if you like.
Yep.
And then it sends signal to the ignition module, which starts the ignition process.
Right. Beautiful.
So a couple of safety things there. We've got a high limit, mechanical high limit in this now, whereas the old ovens didn't have that system.
And the significance of that is?
If the solenoid fails open or there's a fault with the temperature sensors, the high limit will take out the burner and shut it down, so that we're not going to get too hot. Anything above 350 and it'll drop out. And
that's all controlled by you?
Yeah, it's showing on the maintenance screen if the high limiter has tripped.
Yep.
And it's just a matter of pressing this little button at the back here to reset it, and obviously if it keeps tripping there's something wrong and needs attention, but that will be addressed in a repairs video further down the track.
Okay. This is just more of a get us started.
Yeah.
Professional ones done.
Everything's labelled. There's a specific wiring diagram for the oven. So all these relays.
So basically any tech anywhere in Australia can follow it.
Exactly. Yep.
The diagnostics will tell them where the fault is.
Yep.
So.
And every machine that goes out has a data file with photos, so if there's anything we need, I can see exactly what the oven looks like, what's in it.
Yep.
For
and what series
reference.
it is.
Yep.
All right, beautiful. I think we'll finish here. Or do you see any more you want to add for a client?
I think that's all for now.
Okay, cool, beautiful. Thank you.